Greetings everyone, hello and welcome back to our revolution times of revolutions. And we're back here, still fighting the Shogunate, and we might actually come to a tipping point now soon. Now, their power has been severely disrupted in the last episodes, down to 26% now, down from 50% they had, and also the population shrank quite a bit to only 37,000 now, so even if they're angry with us, we don't really care about, because it's not that many people anymore. However, of course, it's a lot of powerful people that are in this group, like the aristocrats. So they still have some saying, and they still have some power over us, of course. That we'll see how strong they are, right? So how severe it is. We're enacting the homesteading right now. This will be successful. This is the most important law up to this point here, by the way, because it abolishes serfdom. And this is one of the major things that happened in Japan, and that's one of the major things that we need to do if we want to really get rid of the landowners, the shogunate. And by doing this, we are also going to take away the 50% political strength of the shogunate if this is successful. So if it is successful, the shogunate is done for, right? And this is why they're also fighting it so vehemently right now. Alright, opportunistic members of the petty bourgeoisie have defected to the samurai's cause. What? Alright, but why should they do this? Try to coax some back. We would lose some bureaucracy. I'm fine with that. In that case here, not all of them move over. No idea why they would do something like that. We're a bit negative now on the bureaucracy. It's okay, it gives me 5% tax waste. That's something we can live with. It's only temporary for 2 years. Business-wise or economy-wise, we're in the process of finishing the food industry up in Kanto. So this is going to level up then to 8. We are using the sweeteners already to produce as much food as possible. And as long as the prices are medium, I'm fine with it. Grain-wise, we're still having a nice surplus. But of course, we need to be careful there. It already went down for 1,000 up from 2,000 balance that we had to this one. Tools is crazily high. The same with iron. That's perfect. Wood is lacking a bit. And I'm pretty sure, paper is also struggling or actually climbing there a bit up now on the prices too. But food is important, and wood, that's two things that we need to really tackle there right now. We got the logging camps in Chuhoku. They're already full, right? So there's not much more I can do here. So we do need some more wood production. Let's just check it out. We do have some more logging camps in Tohoku. We have the workforce there to back it up too. And in Chubu we have still some slots available too. Let's go to Tohoku first. It's more peaceful over there. Building 5 more should be fine. Alright. So I really want to see what's going on. Japanese aristocratic revolt started revolution diplomatic play against us. So they're actually going to war. And this is the thing that I'm fearing the most right now. And we'll just see where it goes. Alright, the cool thing is we could actually sway Russia to help us. Oh no, the Japanese shogunate would do this. No, is it us? We might have a go at them, it seems. We have 27 battalions in our hands, they have none. So we might not even need to do anything here, right? The reason for that is that the shogunate, the old ones, if we would have armies here, they could use them, right? So as we can see, the Japan is now separated in 2 halves actually. The orange, the aristocratic revolt part, and then it's also us here, the capital Japanese state, right? So in this case here, all the soldiers are in our territory, on our capital, and the capital cannot switch side to the enemy, it's us, and in that case here, we have them all in our power, so that means they basically will have no chance of winning this one here. Homesteading is in the adoption phase now, perfect, so this is coming along, and will actually be pushed through. And of course we're struggling with a lot of things right now. We have a revolution now. We're losing a power rank because we are now separated in 2 halves, of course. My iron production is falling away now because it's in Tohoku, right? And we're losing that. So a lot of things are breaking apart right now. Also, Sakhalin and Hokkaido are isolated, no longer part of my empire. But I'm pretty sure that's only for now, and we'll be able to manage and fix this. Now we are now in the diplomatic phase, so I could now sway Russia to help me. Should we do this? Sway with obligations. I'm not doing this because we don't need to, right? We would need to pay them something otherwise that I'm not ready for. We've got 27 people, 27 battalions. We can mobilize them and just, yeah, get cracking. So let's mobilize them. It's going to take a while for all of this. And we can use them to, yeah, to our power then. Oh, wait a second. Deploy to the front, move to... Okay, this is new. Where are they? Down here? This is strange. Why are they down here? My headquarters is up here. This is strange. They're mobilizing in a wrong part of the country, even though my barracks are over here. This should not be happening. This is strange indeed. Deploy to the front. Move to the headquarters. I cannot do this because they are at the headquarters, but why is it down here? Alright, let's hope anything bad is messing up here. We are currently mobilizing them, so almost all of them have been mobilized. There they are, very good. They are now ready for action. But where are they? Why are they down here? Doesn't make sense. Mobilization, fully mobilized now. Deploy to the front. Deploy to Tohoku Kansai front. Yes. Oh, I see. There is a front here. Okay. We need them at the capital though. Now they're here. Perfect. Alright, and there the war starting. Yeah, that's the front. And we're fighting now. We're fighting against the Shogunate, the old powers. This is the big war. The war to win it all or lose it all. And there it is. It has broken out to arms. And we're going to... The thing is, this is all new, right? So this whole menu here is new. It has broken out and I think we're winning. I hope so. Deploy to the front. That's the front. There's a front down here, but there is nothing. There's no... I could... Ah, alright. That's okay. We do have now 3 fronts, right? Right now, down here, in the middle, and up here in the north. And I can now send my troops to these fronts, right? With a bit of travel time. I can, for example, say, mobilize a bunch of them? Or one of them? Hold on, I'm confused. I'm sorry for this. This is the first war with the new update and I have no clue what's happening. I think there is no enemies, right, that would fight us right now, so that's the reason. We're now at the front, so in the previous version it actually just worked like that and we could advance now. But it doesn't. Deploy the first Japanese front. Alright, there it is. Homesteading. Farmers lay claim to plots of land which they work alongside their hired laborers, and with that, political strength of farmers is increased. The Shogunate is officially completely gone and changed from serfdom, right? So with that, we have a lot of things happening now. We're still at war, right? Yes, the war is still there. Political movement is disbanded now. Perfect. Napoleonic warfare is spreading to us. That's interesting. And the Shogunate is now at 12% cloud only, and we can now start actively suppressing them. Great stuff indeed. This is a big change. We're still in the middle of this very confusing war to me, but I'm pretty sure that we can actually get rid of that soon. Alright, I will need to create a new army, I think. And then we are going to transfer some of the units that we have from the first army to the second army. Right? 1 general and about 10 line infantry and 5 lancers. So that we have 2 armies now. And we can both use them now on the different parts of Japan, right? So the first Japanese army here, we can move to the front in the south. I think where they already are now. Oh no, they're up here in the north. Alright. And the second Japanese army, we can down use to on another one. Ah! And the banking has also been unlocked. That was a research that we were going for already for quite some time now, and a vast financial institution, the bank provides security for public and private interests and become the centerpiece of a vast monetary network. We get minting bonus and also loan interest rates reduction, which is going to help me out on my balance quite a bit, and it also leads to the joint stock companies. Alright, I've separated my armies in two, so we got 14 down here now and 15 up here. We are already advancing into the revolting northern territories, and with the third army that we have, I can now move them to the front lines down here, hopefully. Nope, there is no front anymore, it seems. This one is still active. This one has been now conquered. They're already losing morale. And alright, here we got it now. We are actually being attacked, so there was some casualties. And there's also some fighting now happening right over here. We're advancing further into Tohoku mainland now. I mean, there's 0 military units, but there's still 55 smaller soldiers stationed, it seems. And there we're taking it over too. So this country is also falling right now. I mean, it's our country after all, right? It's just some bad generals that we're fighting here. Alright, enact consumption-based taxation. That's also something new. That's a new movement that we have. First, we need to end the war here. And then we have destroyed them as well. And with that, I think there's no front anymore, right? No, they should merge now. They are. Perfect. And now we got both my armies here again. And that's basically it. There's nothing here else that we could do. Right, we have conquered all the territory. And we're basically just waiting for them now to lose morale to the point where we actually can stop it. So there we can also see the different attacks that we had. Which was quite a lot, by the way. But only a few, right? We lost 8,000 men on my side there on these wars. But that was a bit confusing. Honestly, the first war after the update, I had more trouble realizing what was going on than before, I think. That's just that. Alright, they're losing morale quickly, so we just have to wait it out now, really. And we can have a look at the new researchers that we have, because we definitely have some new researchers. Military-wise, I would like to neglect it for now. But here, probably, the Central Archives is one of my go-to nows. Let's go ahead and do this right away. With that, we get the taxation boost right away that we can go for. And then... Can we already reform a new government? No, the Shogun is still there. That's something I still cannot really do. Yeah, we still need to wait there a bit to win it. Holy cow, and we've also unlocked railways by not even actively researching it, but because the inspiration from outside was so big that we got it, right? We can build railways now. However, that's still a bit off, of course. And there it is, the following war goals were enforced on the Japanese aristocratic revolt. It is over, capitulation, and the whole of Japan is unified once more. And the Shogunate has fallen from power, and Emperor Komei has restored the political primacy of the monarchy. This momentous occasion marks the end of centuries of shogunate rule in Empire of Japan and heralds a new era of modernization and reform. The emperor must choose his political allies carefully. And with that, a new era starts. We have gotten rid of them. That's the big quest that you have for Japan, especially in the beginning of the game, or until halfway through at least. And industrial might will see us through. This gives the industrialists a bigger interest group political strength. And it will also add the restoration of industrialization to Japan. We could also go with the intellectuals. That would give them a bigger strength again. Now for this, we could actually check out the parties, so the intelligentsia that we have, and what kind of laws they would support that would actually be helpful for us. So they would go for a presidential republic and also a parliamentary republic. They would probably also go for land voting. Yep, that's something they would strongly endorse. And then we have the suffrage things. That's also something they actually endorse. So these actually are important, right? The suffrage is something that really I would like to go for. And then we have the industrialists on the other hand. And those probably also would like to go for this. They would endorse it, I think. Yep, they would endorse the presidential republic. How's it looking with the suffrage? I think they would also do this. Yes, they would also endorse it. So it's fine, right? For my main laws that we can go for here, both of them are fine. I think I would actually like to go for the industrial might. Alright, also my capital state moves to Kanto with this. Either way. So either way, Kyoto will lose the capital state. Taro, Hiyashi will also die. And yeah, industrial might will see us through. And with that, Edo is now the capital, or Tokyo as we call it today. Great things indeed. Alright, my construction queue is now almost empty. Yep, we need to get cracking on this. So many things are happening now. This is really the end of an era, right? The Shogunate are gone. The intelligentsia are now powerful. The Heimin are now powerful. Also, the samurai have lost some strength there. They're only influential now. And we also got some new journal entries then as well. So the path restoration industrialization of Japan. More than 70% of all Empire of Japan states have urban centers greater than 5 and a railway system. So this would be that. Restoration, the end of Sakoku. And yeah, we also need to end isolationism. So in this case here, we need to open up our markets. And we need to open the borders for this to happen. And retire the samurai. Almost all of this already has been fulfilled. Research Napoleonic warfare. And then it's over. And we can actually do this in 12 to 20 months. Let's go ahead and do this. With that, we would have the end of the samurai upon us. Very interesting stuff indeed. I love this. Fantastic. And Edo is now the capital. I hope Edo has now my military with that. Because we would need to move it otherwise. We also got now 3 armies. And I will probably need to make sure that I'm going to move them back to the first army of Japan. And this one here we're going to disband. And the 3rd army we're also going to transfer over then. Right, so that's the 1st army. And we're going to get all of them over again. 1 army for now is actually what I would like to go for. There you go. Yeah, and it will disband the 3rd army. We still have the 2nd, but there's no one on board. Alright, so this is something that's kind of like in the loop for now. Recently published articles has debated where Empire of Japan's future lies after the end of Sakoku, weighing the benefits of aligning with other Asian counties or turning to the United States and the European powers. We must leave Asia behind and look to the Western powers. We will stand with our neighboring nations. And the future is uncertain. We must prepare for everything. I think this is better. It gives me diplomatic flexibility, so 10% influence flat, and yeah, a flat out bonus. And improving relationships is rather easy. Right. Right, we also need to reform the government. So we are going now with Buddhist monks and samurai for now. This gives me the highest legitimacy, which is very important to me right now, to get in a bit of stability. The samurai are very weak, right? So they are basically non-existent anymore. I don't know, it's 0.1 cloud, yet we do get like 20 more legitimacy to the government, which is the highest out of all of them. So I can't do anything else. With the Heimin, the Intelligentsia, the Petite Bourgeoisie, we are also having the highest bonuses that we can get out of these. That's also going to help us out, and we probably want to keep it like that. With all of this, we probably can also enact a whole bunch of new laws. Religious schools would be open to us now. That's just so many new chances here. The charity hospitals, that would actually be easy to pass, and they would not radicalize anyone except perhaps the industrialists. Now this is probably the most important one that we can do for now, and that's the appointed bureaucrats. We still have the hereditary, so the one where you can actually hereditary bureaucrats, where you can inherit that. And we're now going to go for appointed bureaucrats, so this gives me taxation capacity and also a political strength of the bureaucrats. Also, the intelligentsia will attract fewer aristocrats employed in urban buildings. This is pretty strong for a lot of things, and I would like to start the enactment process of that. The intelligentsia, of course, endorse it right away. The shogun, the landowners, they're opposing that, but they're only at 0.3% clout. So this should be having no problem really of getting enacted all the way up. And yeah, we've also boosted the approval rating of the industrialists and get the 10% manufacturing tax income on top of that. Alright, lots of things really. Let's just check it out, what we could focus on right now. A bit more food production, a bit more weapon production, and then there's something else, and that's the hardwood production that we need now. So I might prioritizing switching hardwood now up, but this will drastically reduce my normal wood production, right? But that is fine since we have a lot of wood. I'm going to go with my lesser logging camp, level 5 only, to produce the hardwood that we have. And with that, we actually fix this problem without anything. Military railways. Being privy to the government's ambition to expand Empire of Japan railways, the samurai have offered to support these efforts in Kansai. Why the samurai? No idea. We create a size 1 railway in Kansai right away. Or we set the priority ourselves, we get legitimacy. No, let's get a level 1 railway in Kansai right away. Why not? I don't care about the samurai too much if they get a bit of strength. There we have the railway now. That will be working for us and creates infrastructure and urbanization. Speaking about the urban centers that we have, we should switch some of their work modes now. We have them all here in total now, so Kansai, Shogoku, Shikoku, and we can now change them to market stalls. So some of them don't even have this activated yet. And this gives me some services, and services once again also are taxed, so we get more taxes out, we get more laborers, shopkeepers and clerks out of this basic one. We could also go for the market squares right away, consume more glass and wood to produce more services, and I think this is a safe bet. The other one is the gas streetlights, so we consume a bit more coal, but we get more services out and also infrastructure bonus on top of that. So I would like to activate this too. This will most certainly lead to an increased consumption of coal now, but it shouldn't be too severe. So we can see this here, there it is, and we still have a surplus of coal for the moment, and increased tax capacity now as well, and more money with that. Alright, engines would be now something that we should be working on. And adopt the state Shinto. With the restoration of the imperial household's political power, it would be wise to integrate local beliefs into an official state religion, emphasizing the emperor's divinity. This one here would give me the Shinto religion. Buddhist monks, of course. Alright, they would lose the Buddhist moralist ideology. Alright, has completed that. Empire of Japan has enacted monarchy. What is the bonus of Shinto religion? I would not know why we should be going for this right now. I don't think it doesn't also have any traits that would help us there, so I'm not going for it yet. The Yokohama incident. Great Britain has attempted to force open one of our harbors, demanding access to the port in Kanto. Fight back, negotiate, or perhaps Russia could help. No, negotiate gets Sakoku violated for 9 years. Oh, fight back, we get 25% devastation, or perhaps Russia could help. We owe an obligation to Russia then. All of them are bad. Fight back, Sakoku must be protected. I would like to go for this now. We get a bit of devastation in Kanto, but that's about it. And I think it will lead down on further escalation for opening the market. We could still have a look at that. Alright, so either we get forced with the open markets, or after enacting appointed bureaucrats, which is now already in the consideration phase. After that, we could just go for the law that we have here, trade policy. Right now we are isolationist, but we could actually go for protectionism. This gives me some market trade policies then now, and we can actually also enact this one, right? The industrialists endorse this one. No one really strongly opposes that other than the old shogunates, so the landowners, but they're marginalized at this point and we don't care about them. So protectionism would probably be my go-to here then after we enact the current law. And with that, we can open up the markets then and start with trade routes and other new mechanics. I hope you enjoyed this one. On to a new era in Japan. Stay tuned.